What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan and I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have another errata and rules update video. This one is not for Digimon, this one is for Star Wars Legion. I was thinking about it, and we've done some cool errata and rules update videos for Digimon. We really haven't talked about Star Wars Legion and even Star Wars X-Wing, so that's something we can do too. Because they're two games I really love. Legion, I think, so more so than X-Wing, although I do have more experience playing X-Wing because it's the game I played more of. I haven't played Legion as much, and but I still really like the games. They're both super great, super fun, and it's cool because they have some cool dedicated resources over on the AMG page. But let's go into it. We'll talk about what we're going to do in this video and what we're going to potentially do with this in future videos. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. Alright, if you head over to the AMG webpage, you have your options here. You have your Star Wars page. You can go Armada, Legion, Shatterpoint, X-Wing. I'm not really interested in Shatterpoint. Never been interested in Armada, although they're probably really great games. So, whatever you want, I think, they're good. So you make your way over to the Legion page. You can go here and you can go to transmissions where we look at like new product, or you can go over to the rules and organized play. And then you have this here. You have the core rule book. You can download these PDFs. You have the errata reference, points update. I think we're going to look at the core rule book a little bit today, and we will go into in other videos. We'll look at the errata reference and the points update for people that are new to Star Wars Legion that haven't looked at this yet, and it's updated all the time as new stuff comes out, so that's really cool. We have skirmish rules. That's super important. Skirmish is a nice small version of Legion, because Legion is played on a 3x6 surface, and you have, I believe, 800 points to build your armies, whereas in skirmish you only get 500 and you play on a 3x3, so it's kind of like a quick game, which is really good because it gives you the ability to really work on list building, which is super important for the game, because you can't just put anything in your list. You got to be very conscientious of what you're doing and how that's going to turn out for you. So I do like skirmish in the fact that it is kind of like that, and maybe we'll show a skirmish game in a future video. That would be really cool. I definitely want to start doing more like gameplay videos, and once I have some time and I get my table cleared off, we'll look into that. Yeah, so we got the skirmish rules, really cool, and we'll probably look at that in another video as well. Galactic Conquest event, special operations rules and cards. There's a lot of different scenario-based things in this game, which is really cool and thematic. You have the Battle Forces documents available. I never really did get into Battle Forces, but they're there for you if you need it. And then we have the print and plays, which is when they screwed up, like the Gar Saxon upgrade card that wasn't in the expansion. So, yeah, AMG's greatest hits right there. But yeah, if we go over into the rule book, it's a really nice PDF. It's pretty long, too. You have, I love how it was FFG, and now it's Atomic Mass Games. And so you got, yeah, it goes all the way to, I guess it's like 60 pages. Your key concept, game overview there. I like this. We use this to help us build all our acrylic tokens. It made it easy to get an image of each token. So this was a huge help. This helped us do all our acrylic tokens. Although we do have some new tokens to do because they did make some more. There was the Ewok tokens, the Child token, and the Cody and Obi-Wan token, which I think, we'll do eventually once we get set up on our laser. But yeah, no, some of the tokens are like, they're just round, and some of them are kind of like shaped a little bit like this or like that and stuff like that. So we do have tokens already. I think it's not on this page, but we do have a token that we did for K2SO, and one of the new Ewok tokens are shaped that way. So all we gotta do is take K2SO's head off the token and find like an Ewok image to engrave, and then we got that one done. And then same with the child and Cody, maybe just do a kind of a Cody-ish engravement or a Grogu style on a round one, and then you're done. So there's lots of easy options for this, so that's good. And yeah, no, all of these are really great looking. And so yeah, you get into your key concepts, the rules, priority. The rulebook contains the core rules, Star Wars Legions. Some special rules, keywords, or cards contradict these rules. When they do, a special rule takes precedence over the core rules found in this rulebook. Some rules state that things can happen while others say that things cannot. If two such rules occur at the same time, the cannot overrides the can. Bases and base contact. So show you each of the symbols. Hit, critical, attack, surge, defense, surge, block, and blank. Each attack die represented on the cards by the following icons. Yeah, pretty simple. Gives you, timing, card anatomy, battle cards, how they work, how to read the unit cards, which is really great. Upgrade cards as well, the command cards. Keywords. Yeah, so there's that's that one. Incognito. And I guess so that shows the Ewok version of it. So that wouldn't be super hard to do. Terrain, which is super important. Barricades are super important. Cover is super important in the game. Like all the pictures. Pictures are really good. Can't do that. Yeah, so it gives you a lot of different cool things here. You go through it. Talks about your actions, card actions, and how they work. We're not going to go into super in detail today, but we are just kind of giving you an overview, a look at how this works. The ranks of Commander, Operative, Core, Special Forces, Support, and Heavy, which are super important in the game, as you can only have a certain amount in each. Yeah, so you can... each army must include 1 to 2 Commander units. May include up to 2 Operative. You have to have at least 3 to 6 core units. I think that's less in skirmish, but you usually have to have 3 core units. May have 3 special forces, may have 3 support, and may have 2 heavy. So yeah, you can't just build an army full of tanks, which is unfortunate because I love tanks. But yeah. But you got to have at least 3 core, and that usually is to do with the fact that if you don't have any troopers that can claim objectives, you generally just automatically lose. So you got to watch out for that. And you got to have a commander, obviously. You have the different types of upgrades, and I always forget a lot of these, so I apologize in videos if I forget them. Heavy weapon, personnel. I remember personnel. I usually forget that the upgraded troopers are called heavy weapon. I know forced, command, hard point's always a hard one to remember. Gear, grenades, programming, comms, pilot, training, generator, which there's not many generators in the game. Armament, usually just call it weapon. Crew, and ordnance. So, yeah. I think training's the one that I forget the most, just because I'm like, it's like, what is it? So yeah, and then those cards will be on the upgrade, on the trooper card, telling you what you can upgrade, basically. Exhaust and expend. So obviously that needs exhausted or expended. So if a card is exhausted, turn it 90. You basically tap it, and then you have to use. Yeah, when a card is expended, turn the card 180 so it's upside down, so you can't see it. Yeah. Cards that are exhausted or expended start the game readied. And you can re-ready. You can re-ready exhausted cards too. Dual-sided upgrade cards, which usually like allows you to flip them at a certain point, so you can use both sides of their ability. And then it kind of gets into here, building a battle deck, establishing. At the start of the game, you establish your scenario, basically how you're gonna set your forces, what kind of things you're gonna have for the conditions, the scenario, and then the conditions of the field, which is really cool. Yeah, basically. And then it goes into the different phases. Obviously, here you have the command phase, activation, and end phase. Activation phase being the most of the giant part of the game. Generally, you go for, I think, about 6 rounds. 6 rounds in a regular game. I feel like it's 4 in skirmish, but it might be 5. But I feel like it's 4. Again, we'll look into that when we look at the skirmish rules. It's been a while here. And then you have your range ruler. It shows the activation phase and the command phase and what you're doing there. So really great stuff. The one I really like is it's a great resource because it shows you all the keywords here. If you get down into here a little bit further, you get to start looking at the keywords. And so this is just like all the stuff. There's so much about the game, but it's, you got the end phase, and then yeah, talks about troopers, vehicles, all the different stuff, and then come on. There's keyword glossary. So there you go. So Arsenal X, Agile, Associate, Unit Name, Keyword, AI Action, Ataru Mastery. So many different keywords here that shows you what exactly they mean, because sometimes they don't always put what they mean on them. Yeah, so, and it's just funny because I can't remember any of the ones from the stuff we just got. Yeah, I'd have to look up the stuff. Fire support's one of my favorite ones. We'll go over that one. So it's common support, common keyword that all clone troopers usually have. While another friendly unit performs a ranged attack during the form attack pool steps, an unengaged unit with fire support keyword that has a face-up order token may choose to add one eligible weapon to the attack pool, including any weapon keywords, for each miniature in that unit that has the line of sight to at least one miniature in the enemy unit using the fire support keyword. Turn that unit's face-up order token down. This is really cool because you can, you could flip the token and do one huge attack at one time, because you're going to be attacking with probably the same unit with the same thing. Why wait till your opponent has an attack and then they potentially kill some of the guys in that unit when you can potentially take the whole unit down by just rolling a huge amount of dice. So that's something that's really cool about the clones, and that they do very well, because as you know, the clones are just super good at working together. That's why they won the war. That's why the clones are a better version of stormtroopers. They're just really well at working together. But yeah, that is, and what do you expect from Mandalorian clones? Anyways, but yeah, fire support, really cool. But that's what we're going to talk about today. Like I said, take it a look for yourself. We'll look more into this at some point. We'll do maybe a video about keywords. We'll do a video about erratas. But this is just kind of a start to our rules explanation of Star Wars Legion. So much to cover and just a lot of cool stuff there. So if you enjoy this kind of stuff, let us know what you want to see in a future video. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.